Most people have heard of Area 51. It's the place people talk about when they think of aliens, UFOs, and secret government projects. But what if Area 51 is just a distraction? A fake spotlight to keep the public busy while something much more important is hidden in the shadows? That place exists. It's called Area 52, and almost no one knows it's real. The first person to speak about it publicly was a man named Grant Matthews, a former satellite technician for a private defense contractor. He never planned to become a whistleblower. In fact, he didn't even believe in aliens. But everything changed in 2017, when he was reassigned to a remote station in southern Nevada, not far from the Utah border. His job? To maintain communications equipment for a high-security testing facility the government claimed didn't exist. They didn't call it Area 52. Officially, it was listed as a high-altitude surveillance calibration zone. But from the moment Grant arrived, he knew something wasn't right. For starters, there were no runways. No obvious air traffic. Yet, the skies were always active. Strange lights darted across the sky at night, far too fast for any aircraft Grant had ever seen. Some moved silently. Others hummed with a low, pulsing vibration that seemed to come from inside his own skull. He wasn't allowed to bring his phone. No pictures. No recordings. No way to prove anything. But the real mystery was underground. On his third week there, one of the elevators malfunctioned. Grant was called in to check the signal relays. He wrote it down with a senior engineer who used a keycard to access a level not listed on the facility map. The button said -6. Grant had never seen anything lower than -2. As the doors opened, his life changed forever. The hallway beyond looked nothing like the rest of the facility. It was colder. The walls were smooth and metallic, not concrete. Strange symbols glowed faintly near the ceiling, symbols that didn't look human. As they walked through the corridor, Grant saw them, 3 large tanks, each filled with a clear blue liquid. Inside the tanks floated something he couldn't believe. They weren't human. About 7 feet tall, thin, with long limbs and oversized heads. Their skin was pale gray, and their eyes, black, oval, and lidless, seemed to follow him even though they weren't moving. The senior engineer said nothing. He only told Grant, "You weren't supposed to see this." Later that night, Grant couldn't sleep. He tried to tell himself it was some kind of experiment, a prank. But deep down, he knew it was real. He started asking quiet questions. That's when the warnings began. First, his security clearance was reduced. Then, his apartment was searched while he was at work. His food started tasting strange. His body felt heavier, slower, like he was being drugged. A week later, he woke up with a microchip behind his ear. It wasn't there before. When he tried to remove it, he blacked out for nearly 12 hours. When he woke up again, it was still there. That's when he decided to run. He faked a mental breakdown and was transferred to a civilian hospital in Las Vegas. From there, he vanished, using fake IDs and burner phones to escape government tracking. It took him 2 years to feel safe enough to speak out. He contacted an independent journalist, a woman named Lisa Ortega, who ran a podcast on deep state secrets. At first, she didn't believe him, until he showed her the scans. The chip in his neck wasn't made from any known Earth material. It was a blend of silicon and an unknown metal that had no magnetic properties but somehow responded to radio waves. The scans also showed something even more terrifying, fragments of foreign tissue embedded in his spine. His DNA was changing. Slowly. Lisa posted part of the story online, calling it Area 51's bigger, deadlier brother. Within 24 hours, her website was taken down. 3 of her backup servers were wiped. A day later, she disappeared. Grant tried to warn people on smaller forums, but they labeled him a lunatic. He finally gave up and went completely off-grid. But here's where it gets even stranger. In 2021, satellite images surfaced on Reddit showing a square patch of desert that had been digitally blurred, odd, considering it wasn't near any known base. Users tracked the location to a site in the Decoy Proving Ground, Utah. Locals called it the box, and no one lived within 20 miles of it. Some said it glowed at night. Others claimed to hear low mechanical sounds under the ground. But all agreed on one thing: strange aircraft came and went without ever being seen on radar. An anonymous pilot posted a chilling message on a private forum for ex-military contractors. He said he had flown biological cargo to that site in 2019. He was blindfolded before landing and never saw the facility from the outside. But he remembered the inside. He said it wasn't American. Everything, the lighting, the structure, even the air, felt wrong. The walls pulsed slightly, like they were alive. The beings he transported weren't in cages. They walked freely. Not restrained, but observed. One even stared at him as he passed by. Not like a prisoner, he wrote. Like a scientist watching a rat in a maze. That pilot was found dead 3 days after the post. Officially, it was a suicide. But users pointed out he had posted that he feared being silenced just a week earlier. So what exactly is Area 52? Some believe it's not a base at all, but a gateway, a portal to somewhere else. Grant said he saw giant circular machines underground, machines that hummed and vibrated as if waiting to be turned on. He believed they weren't built by us, but by something older, something not from Earth. Others say Area 52 is where hybrid experiments are conducted. That the government isn't just working with alien technology, they're merging it with human biology. Trying to create something new. Stronger. Smarter. More obedient. If true, it means the people running the facility aren't just hiding aliens. They're building the next stage of evolution. And here's the final twist. In early 2024, a major earthquake hit southern Utah. It barely made the news. But amateur seismologists noticed something odd. The quake had no natural epicenter. It came from directly below the region where Area 52 was rumored to be. Shortly after, strange lights appeared in the sky. Power flickered in towns hundreds of miles away. Some reported hearing a low hum that lasted for days. Then the stories began. A hiker found a large metallic fragment in the desert, a smooth piece of material that bent light around it. He posted a video, but the clip was taken down within hours. He hasn't been heard from since. Ranchers nearby say their animals are acting strange, avoiding certain parts of the land, staring at the sky at night, refusing to eat. And one chilling report came from a local trucker who claimed to see something walking across the road late at night. It was tall, thin, with glowing eyes. When he stopped his truck and shone his lights on it, it didn't run. It just stood there, watching. Then it vanished into thin air. He didn't tell anyone at first. But when he found the same glowing symbols carved into the dirt near his home a week later, he panicked. He left town. No one knows where he went. So, is Area 52 real? The government says nothing. No public records. No FOIA requests answered. But too many people are disappearing. Too many signals are being jammed. Too many strange things are happening near a place that officially doesn't exist. Maybe Area 51 was never the real secret. Maybe it was built to keep us looking in the wrong direction. Because in the middle of the desert, hidden beneath miles of dirt and silence, something is waking up. And the people who know the truth are either running, dead, or no longer human. If you ever hear a low hum in the distance, don't go looking for it. Because it might already be looking for you.